morning, East Castle Place. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to this edition of Coffee with Tyler. I hope you have your favorite cup of Joe or whatever you're drinking there this morning in hand and enjoying a sip of it like I am. Alright, so first things first, hope everybody's doing well. Staying healthy, staying well. I have a couple updates for you today. Let's start off with the topic that we always do, and that's COVID-19. And so where do we stand from East Castle Place? And a couple reminders. So, as of today, I'm taping this on Wednesday, so we've had an additional round of employees tested, and so we had 55 or so employees tested. Last week those results came back Monday. You did not hear anything because, great news, all the tests came back were negative. So we have now tested close to 100 staff and residents between our skilled nursing and community employees. So our first group of staff that were tested were those primary individuals that worked in skilled nursing, so our CNAs, our nurses, housekeeping, maintenance, food and beverage, those team members. So very good news. I'm appreciative of the staff as well as you all for taking care of themselves in here at East Castle Place as well as exterior. And so we continue to move forward with our phased testing. This week we are testing our memory support and residents, and so as well as some staff members. So again, we'll continue the testing per protocols. We are still getting some guidance from the state of Wisconsin, Governor Evers, as well as Department of Health and Human Services. We may have to go back and test our skilled nursing residents, and so we're still working through that with the state, with the local health departments, but that may change some of how we're phasing our staff and residents. We of course are still monitoring everybody, so you out there that are watching this, please continue to monitor your own symptoms, take precautions. Anybody that's symptomatic is getting tested. Anybody that is symptomatic is being held out of work, is being isolated, so on and so forth. And we're also doing any contact tracing in the case that we do have a positive test. However, as I sit today, roughly 10 a.m., we do not have any cases of positive COVID in the community, neither staff nor residents. So keep up the good work. That's exciting. I know that I've received some concerns and some notes from a few residents, and again, that concern is still out there. This COVID-19 has not gone away. We know here at East Castle Place that this is still alive and well. Now, I saw the news last evening. Wisconsin continues to trend down, I think in the 2 to 3% positive cases. So that's, again, trending in the right direction. We're still on that downward trend, but that's not to say we're out of the woods. We're not out of the woods by any stretch of the imagination. And so we need to continue taking precautions. We need to continue to monitor our own symptoms and be vigilant about that. Another very important piece is what I'm holding right here is masks. I encourage you, like I did last week, continue wearing masks. We need these. These are our best protection still. And so we need to really hang on to our masks, wear them in the common areas, even in exterior visits and things of that nature. I encourage you to wear those masks. So we have them available. If you need them, please stop by, let me know. We do have some available, but again, the cloth masks that you see many staff members wear, I'm grabbing my Wisconsin Badger one. These are very appropriate for you. We do, for the staff, have some N95 and medical grade masks, but these masks are also very sufficient for you walking around the community. Social distancing is also a must, and so continue to be vigilant in that. The steps you've taken so far, the steps you continue to take are showing positive results in that we have no positive cases. I always stumble there because it's it's a good thing. We don't have any positive cases, and of course that's the way we want to trend. We want to keep that going. So again, no negative tests in the community at this point, and we'll continue that good fight. Last week, we began to relax some of the restrictions in the fitness center, in the libraries, and I'm trying to think of the other piece. I'm looking at my sheet here, and so the salon. And so again, now the questions come is, Tyler, when are you going to allow our personal stylist to come into our apartments? And unfortunately at this time, although you may see it as essential, they are not essential or deemed essential for caregiving. And so at this point, personal stylists, I know many of you have some personal stylist that comes into your home or you go out. I encourage you not to. I encourage you to use PS Salon. Laura's up there taking appointments. And again, the personal stylists are not allowed in the community at this time. However, with that being said, we are going into right now, and you'll see this in a memo today if you're watching this on Thursday, about some other relaxed areas of restrictions that we're looking at. So the first one is we're going to, you'll be seeing a separate communication with the podiatrist and the dentist. We're working hand in hand with them to bring them back on site. They have to come up with their protocols, sanitation, etc. But Teresa Jenkins and the team are working with them. A separate memo and communication will go out on that, but that is something that we're looking at bringing back in to the community. We are also looking at implementing the treasure chest. So the treasure chest is going to start 1 day a week. I believe it'll open next Friday. We'll have some additional signage up for that. We are asking that there's one volunteer as well as one resident in the treasure chest at a time. Same thing with the treasure chest annex. Again, one volunteer, one person in that area at one time. So do your shopping and payment. Payment is only via credit card, no cash handling at this time. So I know many of you have seen, again, I believe it's a highly rated show here on Channel 955, the great East Castle Place auction. Mike, I believe Ray and Laura have taken that on. You know, and so again, we're only allowing for credit cards at this time, no cash handling. I'm looking at working with our finance team on maybe reintroducing that early in July. Again, just trying to mitigate the number of touch points, so I hope you can all appreciate that and all know that. And again, the treasure chest, I believe, in talking with Mike Brever, he'll plan to look to opening that on Friday in normal business hours from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Another piece that we'll be reintroducing is some small group fitness exercises. So I've talked with Laura, I've talked with Willie. Those groups are going to be limited to no more than 10. So that does include Willie. So no more than 9 individuals. That will be taking place in Lindsay Hall so we can properly socially distance. You will have to wear masks as well. But there is going to be another sign-up sheet in the fitness binder for those classes. Look to that. I believe Willie said Monday and Thursday. Don't quote me on that. Look for that sheet in the binder here on Thursday, and we'll reintroduce that. Again, if you're not comfortable, obviously don't sign up. Again, we're going to make sure you're properly distanced and put that in our largest space, which is Lindsay Hall, mitigating that to probably a 30-minute exercise group. But again, something for a few of you that are looking for that. We're also going to continue our exercise programs right here on Channel 955, and so Willie's working with that to make sure we have those pieces in place so that if you're not able to get into that exercise group in person, you will be able to see it on Channel 955, and we'll post those times for you. What else do we have? So, oh, this is exciting. The bistro. The bistro that is typically open for lunch will open. Caveat, only cold items will be available. So grab and go, literally grab and go. So if you're on the go and you need a deli sandwich, or you need a salad, or you need some fruit, a soda, that will be open to you. It'll be charged to your account like normal. Hot food still needs to be called into the dining room for lunch. All right? I know this may confuse some of it as we're reintroducing, but again, if you go into the bistro beginning on Tuesday, you'll be asked, what would you like? If it's not a deli sandwich or a salad or something that the staff can easily grab, give to you, charge to your account, and you're able to walk on through, they will remind you that you'll have to order the hot food. So no hot dogs, no hamburgers, nothing like that is going to be available in the bistro. Just the grab and go type items. You might be saying, Tyler, why? Why are you opening the bistro in such a limited capacity? We wanted another outlet for you. We're reintroducing things back into the community. And so again, this is part of that reintroduction. Our team typically, when we had the bistro open previous, people would be standing around and we'd kind of start that congregating feel. We don't want that. So again, we're going to be limiting that to purely grab and go cold items. So Carlos has some chicken salad sandwiches and salads and things of that nature that you can pick up. It'll be charged to your account and you can go. So grab and go. Again, bistro hours will be 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., which will be available for you. We may still also be able to have some popcorn available. Grab and go. Jake Jacobson, if you're watching, looking at you, but no, I know so many of you enjoy that. I just mentioned Jake because he sent me an email. So again, we'll try and sneak in some popcorn that you can grab and go as well. Lastly, one piece, or two more things, I'm sorry. So for those of you that are watching that have spouses in assisted living, or you have a spouse in memory care on the 3rd floor of Bradford Terrace, inter-community visits are going to be allowed on a limited basis. So I know a number of you or a few of you have loved ones in other areas of the community, or all of you, I'm sure, have a loved one that you want to go visit in assisted living in Water Tower, or you want to go visit in CBRF. Because again, we're in that one community feel, we're monitoring and managing that. I've received approval and feel comfortable with inter-community visits to Water Tower Assisted Living and to the CBRF. Skilled nursing, because that's such a vulnerable population and it's a much more fluid population, visits to the skilled nursing are not allowed. So 4th and 5th floors still remain no visitors unless permission is granted through Lindsay or Ashley. Again, that's our highest risk population, and not that we aren't all at risk, and not that we're not all in that high risk category, but it is a much more vulnerable, immunocompromised population because again, they're in long-term care in some instances. Some instances they're here just for rehab and going back. Again, an area that's highly regulated, it's an area that we want to continue to really not loosen any restrictions there. So again, inter-community. So if you live in independent living and you have a loved one or a friend in Water Tower or in Bradford Terrace 3rd floor, you can visit them. Socially distance in their apartment is preferred. But again, that's something that we'll be looking to do beginning, again, all of these restrictions are beginning June 16th. Let me check the calendar. It's next Tuesday. If my calculations are correct, which they are, one time, January 16th is when this is going to be allowed. Again, this is all coming out in memo form. Alright, so again, that's only for inter-community. So still visitors from the outside, family members, etc. are not allowed into the building at this time. However, the last piece of restriction that we are going to be loosening is exterior visits. Alright, so what that means is, again, look for some additional communication on this. I'm working with Eric and Laura and Teresa. exterior visitors. So family members that want to come in and visit for a set amount of time. We're trying to limit that to no more than 1 hour. I know many of you have a patio as well, or not many, I'm sorry, the first floor historic has a patio. That would be appropriate for your loved ones to socially distance, wearing masks, etc., to visit out there. We're also going to be setting up the interior courtyard for both, I'm looking at where the gazebo is, looking at setting that space up for exterior courtyard visits where we can set up chairs, we can properly distance, etc., etc. So again, more details to come, but that visitors of no more than 3, so family and friends of no more than 3, visiting exterior. Again, I know the temperatures are warming up slightly. Again, we're working through that. But again, exterior visits because of the airflow, because it's not in a confined space, because social distancing is much easier. Again, I'll still be asking your visitors, and I'll be monitoring and asking my director team and staff to monitor that you are wearing your masks, that the visitors are wearing their masks. But again, that's something that we're going to relax the restriction on. Again, just exterior visits. So I do not want to see family members inside on a consistent basis. Exterior visits only. If it's raining, unfortunately, it's either going to be an umbrella or it's going to have to go to the next day. So again, that's where my comfort level is. That's what I have approval on. That's what my board has said, Tyler, we're okay with in this first phase. So we've done phase 1A, this is phase 1B. There is a second phase and then there is a third phase. Again, I'm not going to add to that because I've said a lot already about COVID-19 and where we are at. So that is a very large COVID update. It's a lot to take in. I'm going to take a sip of coffee to let some of that settle in. We may even have to take minutes from this coffee with Tyler, but just let that soak in. Again, I know I've said a lot. I know some of you may be thinking, wow, Tyler, you're really letting kind of the reins off. But again, all these are restricted visits. All these are essentially same restrictions that we've had. Face masks, social distancing, and again, these are all fluid, and again, a lot of information there. It's going to be written down in your memo. Probably look for a 2-pager, but again, hopefully, because of where we're trending from a state, from a county, from a community, we're able to relax some of these restrictions to get back to what we'll say is not normal. Because again, I wouldn't be coming to you through the screen, I'd be coming to you live. But again, this is what we have. Technology is our friend. I think we're embracing Channel 955 a lot, and so we're going to continue to use this as a vessel of communication. All right, if you have questions, again, I hope this goes without saying at this point, but if you have questions, please let me know. Please don't hesitate to send me an email, to shoot me a phone call, to stop by my office. That's what we're here for. The directors all know this as well. So again, you should be able to stop one of them. We do have still a manager on site every 7 days a week, so Saturdays and Sundays as well. You'll be able to get a hold of somebody. So with that, that's the COVID-19 update. All right. You also may be saying, Tyler, why aren't you in a shirt and tie? Good question. I am wearing a casual because for staff members to help, I don't know, alleviate, to give them fringe benefits, whatever you want to call it. Just something to feel good. It's National Chocolate Ice Cream Day. What do we do else? We're giving out chocolate ice cream to all the staff, but as well we're implementing a casual day. So you'll see that we're all wearing our favorite color. I have my beautiful East Castle Place 135th anniversary polo on as my casual wear. My favorite color is blue. Might tie into something later on in my coffee with Tyler, but again, blue's always been my favorite color. So that's why I joined East Castle. I'm just kidding. I didn't just join East Gossip Place because the logos are blue. It's because I love all of you. All right, so that's why we're wearing casual wear. The staff have been incredible. I've said that, I think I've always said that, let's be honest. It's been incredible. So again, just small things for the staff. Again, it's those small things that go such a long ways, I believe. Staff have shown and appreciated that. I've received a number of emails basically daily on how staff are impacting you and the wonderful things that staff are doing. Thank you. Continue to encourage them. Again, like I said earlier, we're not out of the woods. We're trending in the right direction. Staff are still working their tails off, still taking extra precautions. And again, that's why we're doing these small things for them. Again, we've done much bigger things for them as well. But again, we'll continue the small things. It's simple. But again, we still have a professional look to maintain, which is why we'll still be in uniform. But again, casual days are being sprinkled in throughout. Couple things as well. Your very own library committee wanted me to mention. They are going to be posting and picked out a selection of books for you all to enjoy. The books will be by the elevators. The signs will be posted in the elevators, but your library committee of residents came up with an idea, came up with an initiative, and I said, hey, this is awesome. Again, favorite part of my job, saying yes, because the residents brought something to me and it makes total sense. And again, that's why we're a community, that's why we're here, that's why you live here, because of having that. So again, your library committee came up with an idea, passed it along, did a Zoom meeting, clap, thank you. Again, just continue to amaze me. Did a Zoom call yesterday with Laura Wangler, our community life director, and said, hey Laura, we got this idea where we've picked out some books for the residents that we want to highlight. We'd like to put the bookcase and kind of a roving book cart out there for them, and to really bring light to some selections that we think our fellow residents might enjoy. That's going to start on Monday. Again, signs will be in the mail, in the elevators, and in the mailroom, and on Touchtown as well. Kind of giving you a little bit more, but thank you to the library committee for your fantastic idea. If you see a fellow library committee member, tell them thank you. Garage cleaning happened last week. Our water tower garage happened last week. This week is the contemporary garage. So a number of you watching this show had to move your cars to the surface lot so that we could properly clean the garage. Again, that's a task we've taken on ourselves, our maintenance team, to clean that. Again, it's in coordination. Eric Peterson, our director of facilities, along with the maintenance team, are downstairs as we speak, cleaning up the garage, getting the dirt, the grime. Also, they've replaced all the lights and the balusts down there that may have been out, the exit signs that may have been fading. Basically, just giving us a fresh area. Cleaned out some of the storage areas as well. And then tomorrow, we'll be restriping the lines, repainting the numbers so that y'all can see where to park your cars. So again, thank you for your patience. I know last year it was brought up in the fall, saying, Tyler, when are we getting our garage clean? I said, we missed our window, it's winter, etc. Didn't want the cars out on the parking lot. So thank you for your patience. I really appreciate it. And again, give kudos to Eric and the maintenance guys down there for doing a bang-up job. I'm excited. Next week is Bradford Terrace's garage. Again, another big piece. So a few of you that are out there that have cars parked in Bradford Terrace, your turn is next. For those of you watching this, around 5 o'clock tonight on Thursday, you'll be able to park your cars back downstairs in the beautiful contemporary garage. Really appreciate everybody's understanding of that. So, all right, what else do we have? Just some general reminders. Again, we have a State of the Castle upcoming in a couple of weeks. Submit your questions. As always, if you have questions, concerns, let me know. The Buzz is coming out, give you additional information, bring on some new team members. Of course, Anna Landis is still out. She and baby Wesley are, no, geez, it's been almost a month. It's been over a month. I think Wesley and Anna are doing fantastic. Again, Anna looks to return to us late July, but in the meantime, if you have any marketing questions, I'm available. Heidi and Fern are available as well for you. So, all right. So I'm going to end with some exciting personal news that I want to share with you. It may have been a rumor. I want to clear up that rumor. My wife and I are expecting a baby boy. And so blue is my favorite color, and it's also, you know, a little symbolic there. But we are very excited. My wife Stephanie and I are going to expect our first one. So again, I'll be looking to you for some tips. I've had some directors tell me some tips as well. I think get some sleep, enjoy it while you can. Those first couple months are some sleepless nights, but everybody said it's well worth it, obviously. So Stephanie's doing fantastic. She's a marvel. She's incredible. I again don't know how I got so lucky, but everything's going very well for her. Exercising, eating well. So again, we're gonna welcome baby Gudex, who will be a baby boy. So I'll have a son. So I'm very excited about that, and also even out the grandkids for my parents. So my mom and dad are grandparents to my niece and nephew. My brother and sister-in-law have my beautiful niece and nephew who are 14 and 12. So there's a little bit of a gap. And then they recently I've welcomed another niece. My sister had her first one back in May, or February. Wow, February. So my niece is already 3 or 4 months old. Incredible, but even it out with a baby boy. So we are expecting in October, and so sometime in October, as time gets closer, I'll keep everybody abreast. But again, that's some baby news personally that I wanted to share with you all. I appreciate all the support, appreciate the well wishes, and again, I'll take any advice. First time being a dad, hasn't quite sank in that, but I know quickly it will. So again, we're doing October with a baby boy. So we're excited for that. We are keeping the name secret, so you know. Yeah, excited to share that with you. Again, that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for everything you're doing. Continuing to stay strong. Pastor Epley continues to send out the daily dose of happiness. Gives us hope that we'll get through this COVID-19, these times that are here with us. We're really learning a lot about everything. And so again, I appreciate you. I appreciate the conversations that you bring. I appreciate all of our staff that are continuing to support the care and services that we provide to you at East Castle Place. And again, thank you so much. If you have questions, give me a holler. Otherwise, I'll sign off with a sip. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the beautiful weather that is happening out there. And we'll see everybody around. Take care.